Good day, everybody. This is Emar Sopatu, and we are here with Erin Moss from Georgia Tech Volleyball. Erin, the team is coming off of a 3-0 victory at Clemson on October 13th. You had 11 kills in the contest. Take me back to that night and some of the factors that led to the victory.
I really think it started off with just we had to talk about, that Pitt game before. We were all so excited to win that game, but we knew that going into Clemson, we were going to have to back it up with, we're still a great team. We can beat any team, or we can come out here and play to our ability. So, especially with that game and the practice before, it was really just focusing on being aggressive and coming out and taking big screens and dominating the teams that we can. So in that win, I think we really did what we're supposed to do. And especially for me, I had Ari in my ear the whole night, like, okay, I need you to make 2 more kills. I need you to get 3 more kills. So I was like, okay, that's motivation. I need to go out there and get some more. Like I would tell Matt, set me the ball, set me the ball. So it was a great victory for us. I think just starting with practice and then really executing our game plan all the way through.
And as I mentioned, you had 11 kills in the contest. Did you see in the scouting report or even early in the match that there would be some big offensive opportunities for you?
Well, we talked a lot about how as middles, we will be able to have a lot of opportunities one-on-one. Also Breland, our other middle, did amazing that game, just cut back to one each time. So I think we knew that we would have a good opportunity to really score some balls with just a one-on-one block, and I think we executed well on that.
And I'll get to the Pitt matchup from October 10th in a moment. But actually, this relates to Pitt as well. The team is now 7-0. You won all 7 of your true road matches this year, including that victory over top 5 ranked Pitt on October 10th. What does that say about the team's maturation and maturity to be able to go on the road, get victories, including a match like Clemson, where you're coming off of that big victory, yet still able to return to the court and have a dominant performance?
Yeah, and I've been saying this kind of the whole season to the team is I feel like in years past, if we were down in the game, so like, for example, I think set 2 of that Pitt game, we're down maybe like 10-17. We would be down in games and be like, okay, well, maybe this isn't our set. We'll move to the next set. But I think this season, we've really put a big focus on next point mentality. Like, let's just do all that we can for the next point and let's just see what happens. And I think that that's a huge step up in our maturity because now we're focusing on, okay, what we can we do for the next ball. We're all going hard for every point, and I think before every game we keep saying game point mentality. So that's every team where we're thinking, all right, next point is the most important point of the match. And I think we didn't really have that before, and I'm seeing a lot more of that now, and I think that's really contributing to some of these wins that we're having or some of the success that we're having so far.
The team right now is 14-3 overall, 5-2 in ACC play. How exciting is this for the team? We've spoken in the past. I've seen the team in the past have its struggles to even have a winning record overall. But now you're nationally ranked. You're a top half of the ACC conference. How exciting is this year for you and the team and just building to this point?
It's really crazy because we're so used to being the underdogs. My very first year we came in 2019, we were projected to be 11th in the conference. And so no one really expected anything of us that year, really. And we came out and we really showed some things and it didn't go our way, but we just kept building and building and building off of that. So now we're trying to transition into this, like, okay, like, we're a top 25 team now. This is our identity. So it's really exciting to finally, see your work be like paying off and see everything you'd hope for come to fruition, especially from my freshman year where we've had such a huge turnaround. So everyone is super excited, super fired up, but we're also really hungry to just get better and sustain this next level. It's one thing to get here and be in the top 25, but it's another thing to consistently show that, you are a top 25 team. You are that team to beat. So really exciting to be here, but got to keep climbing.
Yeah, and what does it mean for you being a resident, a native of the state of Georgia? You're from Valdosta. You know about the history of volleyball in this state. What does that mean for you to be a part of the program that you can lay claim? You beat Georgia earlier this year. the best team in the state and one of the best teams in the region. What does that mean for you as a Georgian being a part of this program?
It means everything. My parents come to every home game they can come to. I just remember being in high school when I was committing to tech, people were like, oh, like, why are you going there? Like, don't go to tech. Like, you can do so much better. But I'm like, no, like, this is my home state. This is where I want to be. And, now we're here and now we can say, we're the best team in the state right now. And like, that's just so exciting to have my family support, but to also see that decision that I made so long ago really pay off for me right now. So it's really exciting to be a Georgian, and it's really exciting to see volleyball really grow in Georgia. And especially when we have so many little girls come to our team, they're like, oh, we're so excited. We love watching you guys play. So it's just amazing to encourage little girls like that to want to play and want to grow the sport more in this area.
Yeah, and I was doing my research. I was checking your social media to see if any new activities, and I saw you took a picture with a young fan, you and the several of your teammates, and encouraged them to come out to the matches. What's that like for you? You touched on it your last answer, but elaborate more on that. Being I don't want to say a role model, but these young athletes are coming to your matches. They see you at this platform. What's that like for you, being at this stage of your career?
I think it's so easy as a college athlete to get caught up in your schedule and the practice and everything's so hard. It's so easy to be wrapped up in just the grind of it that when you see, little girls come up to you after the game and like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Can I take a picture with you? Like you're reminded like, oh my goodness, like I was like this before. Like this is what I wanted to be when I was 12 years old. And so like it's really exciting to like have people see that people are inspired by what you're doing. Like you go every day and you push your hardest every day in practice, but it's so nice to see that what you're doing is not just affecting you and your immediate team, but also people outside of your team and your community as a whole.
How does a team stay focused and not look at the beyond? Do you not looking at the standings? You're in contention for an ACC title, in line to get another bid in the NCAA tournament. But how does a team just stay focused on the next match at hand and not look at the other things? Or do you look at the other things? And you mentioned acknowledge that you are one of the top teams in the country. Do you embrace that? And how do you balance all of these expectations and realities of the program?
Yeah, I think Michelle does a great job at just telling us to focus on the next match. I mean, I'm in our video room right now, and every time we come in this room and, scout other teams, it's never, oh, like that's an easy team. Like we need to focus on this next game. Like, no. Every team, it said, this is a good team. If we take our foot off the gas, it cannot go our way. We need to focus on X, Y, Z. So every team, Michelle is always telling us that this is a good team and that we have to be able to play at our best in order to even have a chance at beating these teams. So I think Michelle does an awesome job of just like keeping us next ball focused and keeping us humble, like we are in this new position. And I think it's really easy to get kind of the airhead, like, oh, like, we're better than everyone. But no, Michelle keeps us very humble over here. And we're always, okay, next team, we have to play our best to even have a shot at winning this game, and then we move on to the next game and then the next game. So we know that we're building something, but we just focus on laying the work brick by brick.
And speaking of that, this is our last question. Duke is coming up on October 17th. Going to get the date correct. What about Duke? You're just at home. It's another big match for the team. How have practices been going, and what do you anticipate on Sunday?
I mean, once again, great team, great opportunity to play at home. So, I mean, we're really going to have to bring our best to come out here and do the things that we know how to do. And so I'm sure practice is just going to be like it always is. It's going to be tough. It's going to be, guys, we have to execute. We have to be efficient. We have to put the ball down. We have to play defense. I mean, that's really been the focus these past couple of weeks. Is just like going, and being very aggressive with what we do. So like I said, once again, great team Duke has, but also great opportunity to be at home and to keep our momentum rolling.
Well, Erin, thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it, and good luck against Duke.
Thank you so much.